What's up? Welcome to episode 7 of the Notes podcast. We're here with Waves and Heaven.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up, dog?
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
See you too.
Episode 7 from Heaven.
Yeah, bro. You see that? We made it fucking rhyme, dude.
Had to happen.
Glad to have you guys on here.
Glad to be here.
Appreciate it. First fucking 3-person Waves podcast. Notes podcast.
First 3-way. Let's go, baby.
The name of the podcast is Notes, right?
Yeah.
That's fire.
That is fire. Like music notes.
Yeah.
That's
music
good.
notes. There's
but like
lots
also
of
notes,
bro.
There's so many
notes. But yeah, what's up? Just introduce yourselves. What's
you go
going on?
first. You're
Hi,
young.
everybody. My name's Waves. I'm a producer and engineer. Been working on music for the past like 6-7 years, and been mainly working with this dude right here for the past like 4 years. We just been locked in. He my twin for real.
And my twin for wheel. My name is Evan. I go by Heaven, HEVAN. I've been making music for literally since like elementary school, musically inclined stuff like trumpet, trombone, stuff like that. I never really started making music till like 5 years ago when I met this guy seriously, but it's been history ever since. And now we kiss. Just kidding.
Yo, you play trumpet?
I started with trumpet, yeah. I started with trumpet, and then my teacher was like, you're good at that, but you're too loud, play trombone. So then I went to trombone, and then one day after band class, I got into a fight with the drum major because he was like, you think drumming's so easy? And I was like, I bet you, I know rhythm, I bet you I could drum. And then we did like a drum battle, and I won, and I took his spot in the drum line, and then I was a percussionist up until high school, so that was dope. I played like crazy. Quad drums and bass and the fucking all that stuff.
It'll be yeah, it sucks. AC came on. Sorry.
It's because we're just so hot, dude.
I could turn it off low key, but it would just be so fucking hot.
I'm
okay.
It'll
be fine. It'll
cool.
be fun.
Better to me.
But that's what's up. I played trumpet too. Fucking crazy.
I know. I saw that the video
trumpet
release.
Drums,
I saw that trumpet clip. I was like, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. When did we like officially like meet? I don't know what show it was, because you guys they are like have done quite a few of the As Above So Below shows. And yeah, I feel like we met at one of them, but I don't remember which one. I don't
remember which one. There was the first couple I did was not very good mentally for me, so I don't have a lot of memories from that era, but it was quite a while ago, probably a couple years ago.
Yeah, okay.
Really?
Right?
Was it? I mean, they were doing shows years ago, just not as like So Below.
Yeah, that was before I knew fucking anyone but Creed pretty much, so I wasn't a part of like any of that shit.
Yeah, I met Jamie like first time I met him is when I threw my own show headlining, and he told me about him, and I just reached out and was like, hey, I was like, you don't got to pay for anything, I just like want you to open. And he was like, cool. And then that's been a connection ever since.
Dope.
That was so long ago.
21? Yeah, it had to be 21.
Yeah, I think so. That was so long ago. Damn, I'm not Unk anyways.
Not there yet.
I'm not there.
But I think it had to be one of the I don't remember which venue it was, but it was like the dance class spot.
Yeah.
I met you there, or at least actually met you and like talked to you for the first time and recognized your game.
Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, bro. Yeah, because I feel like I saw you like behind the fucking mixer when he was when you were performing.
Yeah, he always DJs my sets.
Yeah,
I have trust issues.
Yo, I don't blame you.
I let my manager DJs a set at the show that I got Jamie to open, and that was scary. He kept pausing and shit when I didn't expect it and cutting out the music because he thought it'd be cool.
Oh my god!
And it just was. So I was like, nah, Waves is my DJ forever now.
I mean, it just makes sense because like I'm there through the whole process of the song, so I just understand like what time is the right time to do like cuts or like whatever, just like start the song. Like I know him. So
This guy's seen like every up and down with me. Like he knows me like the back of his hand. So it just makes it super simple.
Hell yeah! I feel like it's the best case scenario to have someone, especially your fucking producer, like to just be there, like just tweaking shit.
Yeah, like he makes it all so he knows what it's supposed to sound like, what it should sound like.
Right. Especially with the sound setup that we got. And it's getting better.
It is
for sure.
It is.
DIY type shit. DIY type shit out here with As Above So Below, but we grinding and we growing.
No, I will say that like that last show specifically too was sounding really good. Like the whole band sounded great.
Yeah,
band was fire.
Like from where we were standing, like everything was heard. Like it was great.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to that cymbal save.
Yeah.
That was
insert clip here.
And then I saw you fucking like after the song go up and like make sure shit was tight too. I was like, let's go, dude. I didn't see you like do that in the moment, but checking the video, I was like,
I was like, please don't happen again.
My guy's right here.
Yeah, we got you.
Appreciate
that was
it.
fucking fun.
Yeah, I was behind the board for you. I turned your shit up way too loud right away, and I was like, "Oh yeah, my ears are fucked." Like, I turned around, I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, I couldn't even fucking tell because my ears just drummer ears, bro.
I'm gonna let y'all in a secret, but like the other shows, every time everyone come on, I would just bump up the fader just a little bit.
Yep.
Just to be like, anyway, keep going. Just make it bump a little bit more.
Yeah,
but like,
you got it.
But that shit was so loud.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
It was fun. I'm deaf too, so I didn't notice till I turned around and I saw Waves go.
Yeah.
That's dope. Damn. Well, Waves, you got a new project out.
Yes, sir.
As of what, 2 days ago?
Yeah, as of Friday. So yeah, that's 2 days.
Okay.
Poseidon. A little bit about it, I guess.
Yeah, go for it.
Give us some lore, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I treat it as a time capsule for my time in LA because I went to a trade school out here for audio engineering and decided to do my internship in LA. And it was supposed to be like a 2-month internship. And after those 2 months, I completed what I needed to do, but like I just felt like I was unaccomplished. Like it's like, okay, I got a little taste, but like I don't feel fulfilled enough. So I decided to find a roommate and sign a year lease on an apartment.
Roommate is an egregious like overstatement.
Okay, what?
It was like so I used to dance, and the roommate I had was one of my teammates' sisters.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, like I trust you enough because like you're family, like somewhat. But like we just did not get along. So like like my living situation was horrible. Like the whole year I just had problems or whatever.
Damn.
But like through that whole year, like living by the ocean, just the whole environment of like the weather, LA's weather is beautiful, and like almost every night I would go sit by the ocean and just like in silence for like hours, just pitch black. And Poseidon came about that, and I treat it like a time capsule of that year and a half I was out there. So yeah, and if you listen to like the interludes and skits, it's kind of like it kind of follows the timeline of my time in LA. So
that's dope. Were a lot of the artists like people that you met out there, or was it people out here?
So I wanted it to be like that, but it just came to be more of like these are people in my circle of my life right now. So like I have 1 or 2 artists that are from LA that I met in LA, but like of course I got like Evan on it and just like all the homies from AZ that like are still in my circle. Like so I thought it was pretty
Isn't
cool.
Verse from like North Carolina?
Exactly.
Though? Yeah,
exactly.
Dang, okay.
Verse is hard.
Yeah, homie I met through TikTok actually like 3-4 years ago.
Dope.
Absolutely killing it.
Yeah, he's
And
going crazy.
Yeah.
so yeah, I just people I look up to and just like I love working with, like literally like this dude Verse, like Jay Sover from North Carolina, like
Oh yeah, Sover's from Omaha. We were just talking about him.
Yeah.
So like it's just my circle and who I'm talking to at that time, and like what fits the mold of like the style of the album, if that makes sense. Like I had a specific concept and style for this project. So
yeah, no, it definitely came across. I listened to it today. I was late as fuck. Should have listened to it right at the drop. I've really
better late than never.
Yeah, for real. But no, it's super good. Go fucking listen to it. Links to both of their stuff is going to be in the description. You know, yeah, but fucking sick. That's really dope. That's really dope.
I will say that a week before my album dropped, we decided to drop a 3-song EP. And so I don't know if that's great timing or horrible timing, but it's just so much music, and
it got to a point where like I've been in my own head for so long, and this guy can like attest for it. Like I can't even tell you how many songs we have.
He should have blown up in like 2019.
Yeah,
like he had the music to do so and just never fucking dropped it.
Listen,
so now I finally got, me and his girlfriend finally got into his head, and now he's finally dropping music.
Yeah,
the producer girlfriend combo.
It's a killer combo. You know,
we have tons of EPs and singles set up to drop this
like
year.
I counted the other day, and I think I have like 784 songs.
Holy shit.
Like that could drop that I'm like proud of, but it just took so long to get out of like my own way, because you know, like as an artist, like especially with like the type of music I make, I'm like super vulnerable in my stuff, and I talk about a lot of real issues and stuff that I go through. So
but people need to hear that. You need that for yourself, and someone else out there needs to hear that,
and that's what they keep preaching to me. But then like I've been caught in that middle ground for so long of like, okay, like artists that I love, like Peep, Suicide Boys, X, they were very vulnerable, talked about crazy shit they went through and all this deep super stuff. And then I was like, I should do that. And then I would listen to it back, and I'm like, I don't want people to know me this well,
right?
You know, and I'm afraid. Yeah, it's a scary thing to like let people know you that well, you know, because especially like I'm not like someone like Sleep Token who has like a mask and nobody knows who they are, so you can say all these things and then people just relate to the feeling of it. Whereas like with me, I have a face, like my name is part of my artist name, like they gravitate towards me as a person, and I'm like, it's just super terrifying to be like nitpicked for stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. But also sometimes you just gotta fucking jump in the deep end, bro, and then you know, but that's what makes it scary, but like in a good way, I feel like, because then, you know, if you could be relatable to people that are going through the same exact thing as you, then like that's like a lifetime fucking connection for that person.
Exactly. It's like that's where those like artists. Cult fan bases come from, because they're like, no, I know exactly what you're saying, like I love you for like talking about this, putting it into
I feel seen because of you.
Yeah, like putting it into something I can listen to that's like cathartic, because you know, like when you're going through terrible shit and you turn on like the worst song, like sad, like emotional wise, but it helps because it's like I'm not alone feeling this thing, you know, like there's someone who feels the exact same way, and put it into something that's like very cathartic to just like let out. So, and that's like it's like a barrier that they had to like, unfortunately they had to break for me, because I was so deep in like, no, I need to be so tough and like no one can know that I like cry and stuff, you know. But I mean, if you look at me, like you could tell I cry.
But
those like, some real ass friends though, ass friends.
Yeah, this is my best friend for life, you know, for sure,
for doing that.
And my girlfriend, we've been together for like 3, almost 4 years now, you know, and she's seen the best and worst parts of me and stuck by me. So like having them there telling me that it's okay and that I should be pursuing it, and that like I am talented, because I have imposter syndrome, which is like where you just never think you're worthy of any accomplishment. Like even when I was in high school, even when I was in high school and I got that scholarship, I was like, am I even good enough to go to college basketball? Like, am I good enough to stay in college and do this and that? And it's just like a weird thing that came about from life, I guess. I don't know. Yeah,
it's hard for sure. Imposter syndrome fucking sucks.
And then like the nervousness of like releasing music, and like once it's like uploaded, it's like I don't know if I should have uploaded that. Like I had that feeling uploading the album. Like I spent a year and a half, like pretty much full-time job, like day in and day out, like tweaking mixes, producing songs over and over and over and over, trying to get it perfect, just for me to like upload it and be like, I don't like it anymore, I don't think it's good enough, I don't think people would like it. And
man's literally dropped it and 2 hours later said, K, what's next, what are you dropping now? Literally. I was like, dude, I was like, let it breathe for a second.
I literally texted him that, but like it's scary, but it's something you just have to like embrace.
And that's something like they've taught me too, is like there's beauty in imperfection, you know. Like if you harp so hard on trying to make something like so perfect, you almost lose like the raw nature of like I have a problem with like a lot of my old songs they tell me to release, and I'm like, well, I gotta re-record it, I gotta redo this, redo that, and they're like, no, like in that moment, that's what you felt, that's what you put out, like just if anything, put a date next to it if you're that like scared about it, but like that's what you felt right then.
Yeah.
So
those raw fucking takes, dude, that like the first, I feel like so many times, hold on. I feel like so many times I'm like recording and then I'm like, okay, well, if I ever want to release this, it's like mainly the vocal takes that fuck with me. And then I try to re-record it and everything. And it's also like on the day of you making it for the first time, you get like a lot of times just the best fucking takes, or at least that's what like I realized with it sometimes, because it's like, yeah, I don't even know where I'm going with that.
You can't recreate the feeling.
Yeah, because you get that feeling like right away when you first listen to the fucking beat or listen to or create it. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Or especially like with music that like I make, where it's very personal, very like problems that I go through. It's like I was experiencing that emotion so heavily in that moment that that's what I created. Why would I like want to go through that again? Why would I want to put myself back in that headspace? Can I even get back in that headspace? Why would I try to do that? It's like, just leave it. That's what it is. And you just leave it there. You make it sound prettier if anything, but just you don't have to fucking touch everything and make it perfect.
And that's something I've been trying to do recently with him, is that he has like a very old laptop that's on his last legs. Like
it's like a brick shit house. It's so fucking
it's
old.
waiting to die any given moment. But he has all of his old music on it. So like we're not gonna re-record those songs, because like we were saying, like that's a feeling that was left in like 2021, 2020. But like I can like remix it and make it sound prettier and like release it and put a date next to it.
You gotta back that shit up.
Exactly.
I know.
All that
it's
on
a
a
ticking
hard
time
drive.
bomb.
It is a ticking time bomb. I should probably buy a hard drive today.
Yeah. No, we talk about it.
We'll talk about that later.
High key. I just got a new laptop and it's a fucking game changer. Like this is the old one, but
Dude, mine's like a fucking 2008 Dell.
Holy shit.
The bottom of it's like this thick, bro. The screen's like this thing. It's so fucking old.
It sounds like a jet engine trying to start.
Like you turn it on, it's like
dude, oh my god.
It takes like fucking 20 minutes for the DAW to open. Like it's so fucking bad.
How are you even able to record on that?
I don't know. That's the crazy. I think I just never turned it off. Honestly, I think I just would like partly like leave it open and then just come back every day and keep recording. Which is probably why. Never mind. We're not gonna get into that.
It's bad, but we've gotten better. I have my setup now. He has a little setup to record on. So
hell yeah.
And one thing I've noticed about him is that, like, this is a tangent, but he hates actual studios. Like, he doesn't like studios. He would much rather be in the bedroom making music, like, because the trade school I went to was Crass, and so I had to do a project and record somebody at the studio, and I brought him, and he just didn't like it because he felt like off behind the glass in a different room.
Well, also Crass is so fucking. I was talking to this about. I had my homie Mick Modis on the podcast. Like, was it last week? No, 2 weeks ago, and he also went to Crass, and we were just talking about like, dude, those studios are so like, with everything analog, and then on top of that, like, it's, you know, it's just fucking hard to get anything done in those studios. It feels like because you can't do anything quickly. It's just like, okay, you gotta take like 30 minutes to set all this shit up, and then you gotta like, it's just it's
and like with Crash, dude, like a lot of the reason why I don't like studios is because like this guy's my best friend. Like, he gives me a lot of confidence and inspiration to do the things I do. So when I have like fucking 3 barriers keeping me away from him, and I do a take and I can't look at him and see him be like, I just sit there and I'm like, oh my god, was that bad? Did that suck? Did I do it right? Like, were they too far, too close?
Like stressing, like making sure I'm getting the take right, moving it over, like making it sound good. And he's just like, is he good? I'm like, I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure it out.
Not being able to see the screen too.
So I don't know. That's a weird thing. I just hate studios. I went to, me and my other best friend Noah that I knew before Waves used to go to this shout out Kevin. He was a British man who had a studio in his basement, and he was like 48, dude, and we'd pull up, he's like, hello chaps, like, you guys ready to record today? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, yes I am, Kevin. Like, he was so cool, dude. But
is that out here?
Yeah, he was like fucking on like University and like Wrecker or something, like real close out in Mesa, and he just had like a whole underground studio. So that was super fun to do, but it still felt uncomfortable because it was still personal because it was like a personal ISO booth, and then like he was there. But I just hate not being next to the people closest in my life. It does something weird to my brain where I'm like, I can't. I like malfunction.
Yeah.
And then I think I changed my voice. I try to sound like too professional or like too pronunciated, where it's like a lot of my shit is very like whatever raw. I'm feeling is coming out, and that's the take.
Yeah. I get that. That totally makes sense. When did you guys meet? How did you guys meet? What was
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the very long story, instead of the short story. When I was 8 years old, I started dancing, and so I was doing hip hop, and I had this teammate. His name was Max, or is Max? He's still alive.
Yeah, he's alive. Don't.
His name is Max, and we danced together for like 4 years, and then he quit, and then I just kept dancing, and then like in 2021 he was like, hey, I have this homie. I mean, mind you, Max was doing his own thing, and I guess
here's what happened. Now that we got to this part, it was 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2020. Maybe. No, it was either 19 or 20, because I worked at Tilly's at the time. I was the visual merchandise assistant manager, and I fucking love that job. And I met Max there. We became really close. We get close enough to where I open up to Max. I'm like, yo, I make music, listen to it. He's like, yo, this shit's really fire, you should meet my friend Antonio, he's a producer. And I was like, I'd be so down. That's
me, by the way.
Yeah, that's this guy.
That's my name.
And I was like
Federal.
And I was like, yeah, I should not the government name.
Not the government name.
And so I was like, okay,
leave that out, no more. Okay.
Censor it. I was like, yeah, I'm super down. So he gave me his number. I texted him. And the first time I went to his house, you could tell this story because it's funny when you tell it. Yeah.
First time he came to my house, I was just like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into, because he was like the first like emo kid to like come into my room, and like I didn't know, like
he thinks
I didn't
emo?
know. He's emo. I don't know.
No, that's a compliment.
But like, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna get myself into, but like I was just completely open minded, and then I was like, okay, so you want to make a beat? And I was like, yeah, I'm down. Starts making the beat. He said, I want to do the drums. I was like, okay. Starts doing the drums. Pretty fucking cool song. And then immediately he hops on the song. One takes the whole verse. Like I'm telling you, like 16 bars, one takes flawlessly. And I'm just like, no one's done that before. Really? I've never seen that.
Were you just with a whole bunch of people that would punch in like every?
Yeah, and they weren't good.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Prelude to that, I did the drum thing, and then he was like, "Oh, okay, like I know where I want to take this." In the time span, I had nothing written. In the time span of me making the drums and him finishing like the rest of the beat, I had the whole song written.
Yeah,
and he turned around, and he's like, "Are you ready?" And I was like, "Yeah, my song's done." And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, like I'm good, like I'm ready to go.
Are you sure?
And I was like, yes, dude, I have the song written, like it's done.
And then one takes it, and then he does layers, so one takes it again, and then one takes it again. Yeah. And that was the first time we met, and that was the day we made Pathetic, which was the first song we ever made together, and it's out now. So like,
that shit's been out.
Go listen.
Go listen.
Wake Me Up When
Genuinely,
Part
like,
1.
that's the first day we met, and we made that song, and it's crazy seeing how far like we've gone since then.
Probably took like 20 minutes total to make that song.
Literally.
Yeah, now the workflow is even crazier. Nowadays it takes us like 5-10 minutes and we'll bust out like 1 or 2 songs.
Yeah.
Because I just write, I don't know how I write so fast, but it still blows this kid's mind. He'll make the melody for a beat, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And he's like, motherfucker, I didn't even do the drums yet.
Yeah.
Dude, that's cool. But that's how we met, yeah.
It's really nice just because like he's as versatile as I am, so no matter what style I do or like want to do, he's down. It's not like he's like a punk rock artist or like a trap artist or like whatever. Like it's whatever we want. Yeah. So it's really nice.
And that boils down to like the music we grew up on. Like my mom would go from Ludacris to Evanescence to Linkin Park to 50 Cent. So like there's tings of everything in there, you know.
And then I just grew up on hip hop, like authentic hip hop, and then just between Max and Evan, just like making my mind like go crazy with just all this different music that they were showing me, and just like gathering taste from everywhere.
Shouts out Max, love that.
Shouts
guy.
out Max, we love you. So, yeah.
Welcome back.
We just switched we did the the camera switch that is always needed in every episode.
The Texas switch.
Yes. The what?
Texas switch.
I'm gonna start doing The Office to you. Like if you say something dumb, just.
So, Heaven, you were saying.
I was saying with everything that's been said, I don't even know why this guy started making beats or anything. So,
like I said, when I was 8, I started dancing, and the studio I danced at is called Jukebox Grounds, and they're literally like my second parents, and like all of them are so artistic and creative that it's not just dancing, it's like dancing, music, graffiti, like everything. And so one of my mentors, his name is Fro Styles, and he makes his own music. And when I was like 11, 12, he gave me an iPad and showed me iMachine and said, okay, so this is like a DAW, this is what you can make music on, and this is how you can like make a pattern. And like I made a beat with him on the iPad, and I think it's actually out on my SoundCloud. Like my first ever beats are on my SoundCloud.
Hell yeah.
And so he just showed me like you can do this, like you can make a beat, so that's how I started. And then got my dad's old desktop and had like a free DAW on it and just made shitty beats on it. And then in middle school was like when I started actually like trying to make beats, and it wasn't until like freshman or sophomore year that I was able to like send out songs and start working with artists and actually making songs.
Mm-hmm.
So
how did you like figure out who you wanted to send stuff out to? Did you have like homies already that you that were making music that you just sent it to, or did you look for artists specifically that you could find on like the internet? Like what was that?
Okay, so I had this artist that hit me up on Snapchat.
This is the first artist?
Yeah, first artist that like actually gave me a chance to like, the first song that actually came out on all platforms.
Okay.
That was produced by me.
Mm-hmm.
He hit me up on Snapchat asking for beats. We started working a little bit, and then he invited me to the studio where it was like some kid's bedroom that he was recording in his closet, and that's where I met Blaze Bronson, Jacoby, Simone, and just a bunch of people all in the same day. And that's like, Blaze is like still killing it right now with like engineering and in his artistry. And so like that was back in 2020, and that was like my first like entry into like the Arizona scene. And from there I just like found another person after another person after another person, like growing my connections.
Yeah.
Shout out his first album called Connections.
Yeah, that's my first album. Yeah.
So it's inspired by literally the situation of just building connections.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that was like a blueprint of like, okay, I can do this. Like I can make an album without being an artist, like a rapper myself. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
another one.
Yeah. DJ Khaled.
Hey, but still, bro, I feel like you're like some producer artist type vibe. I feel like there are a lot of producers that are not doing what you do in terms of like the just like having your own shit figured out as well. Like I mean, there are producers that obviously like have their own albums and shit, and like, but I mean, in terms of anyone that I've seen like in the scene, this might be ignorant for me to say because I don't really know too many.
I would
producers.
agree. I know the underground scene pretty well now, and there's a lot of talented people, but there's no one like sculpting a world like this guy. It's like he grinds, dude. Like he learned how to shoot videos, edit videos, put like lyric videos together. Like he reached out to 3D artists to make like this whole caricature of himself. Like you don't really see that. You see like DJ Khaled stand in front of a fucking tiger and get the biggest names in hip hop, like this guy's creating like his whole like universe around his like artistry, and it's like super inspirational.
And as a fucking producer too, that's huge. That's massive.
Like it's way more common for like an artist who sings when like their face is the forefront and their persona, compared to someone who's like behind the scenes making everything sound good.
Right.
Yeah, I would say like one of the bigger inspirations for like me thinking I'm able to do it was DJ Scheme. Like there's DJ Khaled, like he does his albums and it's like no hate, but it's just like that's not
I hate DJ Khaled. I hate him, and I'll stand on that. I do not support him. I don't like his views. I don't like his ethics. And if you ever see this, I'm gonna punch the shit out of you. Continue.
Bro would just like jump on you, and you would be
Bro would just sit on me and I'm fucking dead. Everything's broken, dude.
But he said, and so like, and then like I said, DJ Scheme was one of my bigger inspirations. But he, like I said, or like you guys said, I'm not doing what he's doing. I'm doing something completely different. You know, he's grabbing his friends and making great music, but I'm making a whole story. Like, this is the underground Arizona scene for the most part, and just this is authentic, organic. Like, no one's making like storylines with their albums. You know,
right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's like some soundtrack shit you're on, bro.
exactly.
Yeah, like if you
exactly.
really listen to like Connections front to back and Poseidon front to back and the one that he's working on that I'm not going to say the title because it's really cool and I'm not spoiling it, front to back, like it's really like a story of like his progression through music and like finding who he is and like the ups and downs of like being an artist, you know, because there's so fucking many.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's dope. That's dope.
So,
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to it. That's just fucking
that's my life story in music.
hell yeah. Heaven.
Oh God, mine is so much more depressing than his. All right, so I'm gonna flex real quick. Okay, when I was in kindergarten,
Oh God. Yo, it's
when I was in kindergarten,
bro was making trap rap.
I got set at a college level reading level.
No
and
fucking way.
Swear to God, dude, I got sent to the 5th grade class to read them Harry Potter and Aragon. And
Hell
they made
yeah.
fun of me.
Hell yeah.
But I didn't get hurt. I was just like, you
Bro,
guys are dumb.
I was reading Harry Potter in 1st grade. Let's fucking go.
Let's
They were
fucking-
like,
let's
that's some.
fucking
They were
go.
like, that's some advanced shit.
Yeah, dude, and I was like, and the 5th graders would be like, fucking nerd. I'm like, you're dumb, bro. I'm like 4 years old. Like, you can't read this shit yet. So, anyways, fast forward to 2nd grade. My 2nd grade teacher's like, yo, you should like, I had like a story writing thing and I was really good at it. And she was like, you should like really write stories and like poetry. Like, you're really talented the way you can like do this stuff. So then I got really into poetry. And then we're going to fast forward. I was storytelling poetry just for myself, like writing little short stories and poetries and all that fucking whatever. We fast forward to 7th grade. I had a best friend named Manny Garcia, rest in peace. And we got really into music together. He put me on a lot of like different sounds that I'd never like experienced. Like a lot of EDM, a lot of weird like psychedelic shit. So he like opened my horizon onto like a lot more music, which then inspired me to like just listen to music more. And then sadly he passed away. Fast forward 2 years, my other best friend Devin, he was also huge into music. He showed me like underground SoundCloud. That was when I found like Lil Peep and Suicide Boys and X and this guy
what
named.
year was this?
This was, how old was I? This was like 2014. I was like 14, 15, freshman, sophomore year. And he like, artists like Fuck It, like no one even knows who that is. But like we would bang that shit in the car. And then sadly he passed away. And when he passed away, that really fucked with me so much that like I couldn't figure out how to like get all those feelings out of my body anymore. So, and I'd always like wrote stories and poetry. And then one day my mom came out to me and she's like, why don't you just like start making music? Because she would hear me blast these songs in my room and it was very like cathartic for me. And she was like, you should just fucking make songs, dude. And I was like, okay. So then I tried it and the rest is pretty much history. Like from there, like a lot of my early songs that are like never gonna see the fucking light of day because it was more of like a therapy session.
Right.
Like that was all inspired from like my interactions with my 2 best friends that aren't here anymore. And like every time I make a song, like in the back of my head, I just think about like how hyped they would be to be like, dude, you're fucking making music now. Like that's so fucking crazy. And ironically enough, I just found out the other day, my girlfriend told me the name Devin, my best friend, his name actually means poetry.
Really?
Yeah, like the translation is poetry. So I was like,
what? Do you know what?
I don't know what I think. Whatever language Devin comes from, she didn't get into specifics because she was like crying because it's emotional. But she was like, it means poetry, and like that meant a lot for me because it feels like now he's in everything that I do. Like every song I make, like he's a part of it because rap is literally stands for rhythm and poetry, you know. And then just writing songs in general, especially about topics that I do, is just very cathartic, very emotional, very vulnerable, and it just means a lot knowing that I think they would be proud of me, and that keeps me going a lot of the time when I feel like I don't want to make music anymore.
Yeah.
So that's how I started. Yours was much more like wholesome.
Yeah. But yours is real. So
Yeah, it is real, you know, and that also is like shows 2 sides of a coin too, like how different our upbringings are, and like you can, like it doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, if you connect, if you have a connection, if you're friends, like the creation is still there. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you had to go through. Like, it's just music, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I feel like, so many people have just like meeting artists, and especially doing this, I'm realizing like everyone is so fucking different, dude, and everyone has their stories that
like
are
the
like,
lore is
oh my God.
crazy.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Well, rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
your friends,
Manny and Devin, my boys forever. Love them boys.
Yeah.
I want to speak about you actually.
Oh shit.
You said, are we still paused or?
I'm actually gonna. I'll be right back. Y'all can chat.
Make a beatbox. I'm gonna rap. Just beatbox. Yeah. Okay, first time on notes. I'm kind of getting sad here. I don't want to be that guy. I left that in last year. It's alright. It's okay. The sun go shine. It's a different day. Oh shit. Waves on the beat per usual. I don't give a fuck. Fuck school. Fuck. I was gonna say something really bad, but I changed my mind. So now we back to the rapping. Ooh. To the dancing. Ooh. Wave snapping. Ooh. Derek pissing, but he listens. He a magician. This is right up freestyle.
This is their first interaction with you, and this is the first like impression they have of you. They're not listening to our music anymore.
I thought that was pretty good.
No. Quit. Stop.
Stop
Quit.
it.
Stop.
Get some help.
That was great.
Y'all have fun.
Yeah. I made Waves make a beat, and I was freestyling about you pissing and being a magician. Did you watch his fucking like?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to talk to you about.
shit.
That's what I want to talk to you
I
about
don't know
too.
if we need. So
Yeah,
enough
bet.
about us.
Back to the dojo.
I don't know if I haven't been able to watch all the Notes podcasts, but I don't know how much you've talked about your side of it.
Yeah.
But we both apparently watched your.
Apparently.
I didn't know you watched it. I didn't know you watched it. I watched it.
Bro commented on it. Bro.
Yeah.
I commented on it too.
You did. Wait. What? Never mind. Did
yeah,
you?
yeah, it's off my like.
Wait, did you
personal.
comment on? Now I'm
I
second
commented
guessing
on it, yeah.
myself.
I
Shit,
saw
bro.
your comment.
Oh wait, I saw it because it's not Waves.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah,
it's my
Okay.
personal.
Yeah. Dope.
But yeah, I didn't even know like you were into videography like that, and then I saw that, and just like between your beats and drumming, and then the videography and like the story you were telling, like it's insane. So like I just wanted to know like what came first, I guess, or was it just all like.
You want some
What
crazy?
came first, and what compelled you to film yourself? Because watching that made me wish that like I filmed myself throughout that, because I went through a similar thing, you know.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
Man.
how the tables have turned.
Man.
So welcome to our podcast notes.
This is the Heaven Waves podcast.
I hate that this was like the beginning. Well, no. I can go back. I'll go back a little further. So, when I was like growing up, there was always kind of like a camera around. Like my dad would be taking pictures and like doing some like VHS, like video recording and
Big
stuff.
ass
So it was
fucking box ones,
So it was
yeah.
always kind of like around, and I was always like, oh, camera, cool.
Yeah.
But then as I was like growing up a little bit, when I was like 6 or 7, I have a cousin that's like 3 years older than me, 3, 4, I don't even know. But he was like getting into middle school and stuff or something around that time, and he wanted to like do filmmaking as well and like really get into it and stuff like that. So of course we're cousins and we're around for like fucking, like holidays and stuff together, and
right.
just chilling, and the only thing that we would really do is he would be like, I'm gonna have you act in my movie, like I'm gonna be making these films and stuff, and I was like, all right, fuck it. So I was kind of around him the whole entire time that he was doing that, and like acting in like little things, and then so that got me kind of like interested in it a little bit, but I was a fucking kid, like little kid. But then I got into making gaming videos, bro.
That's where it all.
Please tell him to like keep making videos. Like he loves gaming and like.
Fuck yeah.
I'm so good at it too.
I think maybe a little bit.
I'm fucking best, bro. Nobody wants this smoke, dog. Anyways.
Maybe a little bit before that, it was like more so because I would make like skateboarding vlogs and stuff like that too. I think that's really where it started because, yeah, so it wasn't gaming first. It was like fucking around with my neighborhood friends and like they were making little videos like right when YouTube became a thing. And we would like just throw random shit up on the internet. And like that was, you know, the friends I would just do random shit with in the neighborhood. Yeah. So like that's kind of how that started, and like skateboarding, just
being delinquents and shit.
Yeah, exactly. But then when I really got into it and like figured out what editing was and everything like that, I got into like making gaming videos, had like a YouTube channel and stuff like that, figured out like what editing was and how to like, you know, and this was all like from 6th grade to like
dang
8th
you started
grade.
Young.
Yeah. It was fucking crazy. But yeah, so I was doing that for a while, had a YouTube channel I had like over 200 videos on. Which are now private for the most part. But yeah, and then when I got into high school, I was like, this is not cool. This is not gonna get me like friends. Like all of my fucking,
I'm not gonna fuck off.
Yeah, which is I kind of regret that a little bit because it's like, you know, like,
that's like typical teenage stuff.
Yeah.
You just start feeling horny and you're like, I want friends and I want girls, and what's gonna give me that?
And also like everyone,
everyone
at my fucking school like knew about my YouTube channel too. So like it's a small school, so it was just so it was kind of annoying. I was like the gaming kid, whatever. But then also I was really getting into watching movies and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what? No, I really want to get into filmmaking like as well, and I already kind of have the skill set with editing and like the technical side of it that I can maybe get into this a little bit more, because in those gaming videos I was also like throwing in little vlogs and like other random things. So like that's kind of how that started with editing. And then all through high school, for the most part, it was like learning shit on YouTube and like learning how to, you know, because I wanted to be a director and stuff like that. It wasn't just like, you know, camera shit. I was like, how do I direct actors?
You want to learn how to like sculpt the world and create a story.
Yeah.
And I could see that because the video you posted, like, it was very well made.
I'm like about to tell you guys his computer password. Watch. Yeah, sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
It's literally Derek is so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
anyways.
it.
All right.
That's my. But yeah, no, sorry. You were saying
that like I saw in the video like your vision for camera work and just shots is crazy. Like the storytelling is amazing.
Thank you.
I wasn't
Really
expecting that when I watched the video.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was expecting, but I was blown away. I mean, I sent you like fucking a whole fucking big ass message. I was like, yo, this is the raw shit.
Yeah.
I appreciate that for real. There's gonna be, I think I'm gonna make that also like a reoccurring thing. I think I'm actually gonna make like a series from that stuff, because the crazy thing, and I don't know if I'm actually going to use any of the footage from this time in my life, but like when the shit was kind of going crazy,
I was gonna ask you about that too.
Yeah, like the footage and the way that I was filming, like I leveled the fuck up right before I quit it. Like that shit was like movie shit, and like I have like 40 hours of it, but I also don't want to overstep and like put people in videos that don't necessarily want to be in videos anymore, you know what I mean? So like that's something I'm like, I might eventually get to it, but before that there's also a lot of stuff, and after that there's a lot of stuff that like, you know, so there's no reason for me to not continue that little series type of thing with focusing on myself, because I have to like focus on myself before getting anyone else involved with like, you know, the like film series side of it, because I don't even know if they fucking want to be involved with it. Know. So it
consent is key, everybody.
Yeah.
When it came to the vlogs, like I was watching it and saw that it was like 19-year-old you talking to the camera. Did you plan on that coming out? Like I think you said in the video, you're like, I don't know if this is ever.
Yeah, he touched on it. He was like, I don't know if it's ever gonna come out. I just feel like I need to like talk to a camera right now.
But the fact that like 6 years later, 5 years later, it's like just now coming out, you saw that footage and the edit it is insane. Like, like 19-year-old you would have never thought that.
No, not necessarily, because it's also weird, because I went from talking to a camera. Like when I was doing gaming videos and shit, it was like face cam up, everything, you know, very like textbook gaming channel, you know what I mean? So I was kind of like always being able to see myself in like the way that I was in that time because I was recording myself. And then when it switched over to filmmaking, it was like I was never on camera. And then on top of that, when it switched over to filming bands, I was really never on camera. So it was like, I did kind of at that moment, I think I vaguely remember it, but I think I was really, really struggling with like a lot of different things. And I was like, what do I know? What makes me comfortable, whatever. And then I was like, I'm just going to fucking talk to a camera and then rewatch it because I feel like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like
it's your own therapist.
Yeah.
Well, it's like your own diary. Like I suck at like I try to have a diary. My therapist told me to. I can't. I don't like writing that because I think too fast.
Literally, my therapist
so like
at the time was
so then I started making videos and just videoing myself talking about whatever, you know.
Yeah. And it's crazy because that video that like I took snippets from, that's like a 10-15 minute video. Like I took maybe like 30-40 seconds out of it. The rest of the time I'm talking about some. Like, it made me go, you fucking dumbass. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then on top of that, you're like, half of this shit makes absolutely no sense. You're high as fuck. What are you talking about? Like, that was like the other fucking 9-10 minutes of that video. But
it's like, cool. I think it's like, what I got out of it was like super, like I saw so much respect out of it because I was like, it's so crazy now that you could look on and see the progress you made. Like, you can look and be like, wow, that was a tough time in my life, but like I've made so much progress. You know? And that's what like hit me. That's why I was like, damn, I wish I could have like, as weird as it sounds, like I wish I would have videoed myself during that time because like just seeing that progress would make me feel like it was worth it. You know?
Hey, it's not too late. It's not too late.
It's definitely
either.
not.
You know, with obviously, hopefully you're in a better mindset.
A lot better.
I mean, I think that I would, especially as an artist, I would really recommend to just like film random shit. You know what I mean? Because you will look back at it and you will be like.
That's why I got this funny little Chromie camera.
Yo, that's dope.
I just video random shit now, like when I'm walking or like if I go in public, I'll just like set it up and just like film me doing some dumb shit, like looking at clothes or something. I don't know.
Dude, hell yeah.
Or in my car.
That's literally
and, like drove home and just talked to it.
That's what you got to do. That's like literally.
It actually helped a lot.
Yeah.
But you're the inspiration for that. I've literally just started doing that since like I watched a video like over the past couple of days. Like I did it randomly here and there, but like now I've really like the other day I came home from work and I just set it up and I was like, this is how everything's going, you know? And it just feels really good to like let that out because sometimes you don't, not that you're like holding back from people, but it's just you don't need someone else to hear that shit. Like you just need to get it out.
Yeah. And sometimes even like when you go back and look at it in like a year or two or whatever, if you're feeling like you're in a slump, it sometimes just goes like, no, there's a spark. Like I got to keep going with whatever I'm doing because sometimes you just look back and that's what you need is literally just yourself to be like, oh no, like I gotta keep going for real.
Because at the end of the day, you fucking all you got is yourself.
Literally.
Go into a grave all alone.
Literally.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into a grave with you though.
Shit.
I'm gonna kill you.
Together forever. I mean,
and then kill myself.
Okay, that's romantic.
Okay.
Sorry, we're just a little romance.
I'm just unhinged, dude.
And I don't get fazed by it anymore.
Were you fazed by it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, the looks this guy would give me, bro, within like the first year of knowing each other.
I just didn't know what.
He never knew when I was serious, if I meant what I was saying, if I was okay in the head, like.
No, I know that's not. No.
You've gotten to that point, you know. Bro, oh my god.
I was like, no, I know you're not okay. It's just I get it now. I know you're Laura. It makes sense.
No, like I understand now. But hell yeah, dude. I definitely wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah. For sure.
Other than that, though, like the beats and the drumming, like which came first?
In high school, I got GarageBand and this was right when I started, so this was like senior year, right when I started filming with the band because I was watching them do it and shit. And I was like, I got GarageBand, made this little like beat type thing that was more of like a soundtrack type of thing. And that's the first time I really like produced anything, I guess. And I think before that I made like a couple bad rap songs with some friends, like just fucking around. It wasn't, you know. And then Drumming came when I was out of high school. I think, well, there's a weird story with drumming, but that, like, I learned the first, like, basic ass beat when the drummer for the band was just like, hey, fuck around, like, let me teach you, like, literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, like, that most basic shit. And then we had, like, a rehearsal space, and sometimes I would just be like, yo, can I go drum on your kit for a little bit? And he was like, yeah, whatever. So I would go there, and, like, I learned, like, 3 or 4 songs when I was, like, 19. Not taking it seriously at all. I was just like, I want to fuck around on drums, whatever.
Drums are fun as fuck.
Yeah. So that's how, like, that started. But then I guess in, like, 2021, when I got out of rehab, I was living back with my mom for a little bit. And then I moved out to my own apartment. There's a little relapse situation, but in that situation I got, like, a one of those electronic drum kits, and I, like, fucked around with it a little bit and then had to sell it after a month because I needed rent money, like, so that was, like, nothing. And then 2023,
but the spark was there.
It was still there. I was like, I want it, but then, you know, nothing really came with that. And then 2023 I got my drum set and, like, actually started, like, you know, because I was making music with my friend, and I was like, if you want to perform live, like, how do we make the live set cool? And I was just like, well, let's just do fucking tracks and drums. That's what the homies were doing. Like, it'll work out. And then we went to a rehearsal space, and I just played drums, and it was like, cool, let's go. And then that is what happened. Then I got my drum set in November 2023, and
dude, and you're already this good at it. What
like,
the fuck?
I would have thought you said. I would have thought you were about to say, like, I started when I was, like, in 3rd grade.
Yeah, that's a story I was waiting for. Like, watching you live like, the other night.
This has been like 3 or 4 years, basically.
Kinda
2. A year and a half.
Yeah,
it's been a year and a half.
Fuck you. You're inspirational,
bro. That's crazy.
But also, like, I had music knowledge already.
Exactly,
so
but it's still,
it was really just getting my limbs
to pick up a drum set and, like, learn how to, like multitask and, like, how to get everything going. Like, your hands thinking of one thing while this hand's thinking of another thing while you're keeping tempo with your foot, and being able to do that at the level you're doing that after a year and a half, 2 years.
Fucking baffling.
It's fucking insane.
Like, bro, I was drumming for what? Like, fucking,
like,
dude,
seriously.
like, I was drumming in middle school and high school for, like, 4 years, and I still was fucking up on the drum set.
Yeah,
like,
hey, I'm fucking up all the time.
Like, my brain was just couldn't, like, fucking think that fast of so many things. Like, that's crazy that you've only.
Yeah, but that's also
that's
some of the that's some of, like, the life shit and, like, the connection shit too, because it's like I picked up drumming, and then bam, this person wants me to drum for them. Bam, this person wants me to drum. Like, it's like, life in high demand. Yeah, and also life is just kind of like pushing it along. I'm like, cool, fuck it.
Like, it pushes you to get better. Because now people need you, and you need to get better.
Yeah, for real.
And that's, like, an inspiration in itself. You're like, oh, this person wants me to drum for them. Like, I have to get good. Like, I want to be good. You know.
So, and also just with practice and muscle memory, it's like getting more comfortable.
I mean, that's like, God, I'm such a nerd. It's like fucking people like this guy, like, when I got him into, like, PC gaming, you know, and, like, mouse and keyboard was, like, fucking frying his brain for, like, the first couple weeks, but then once you're used to it, like, you're used to it. That was my only example I can compare it to.
Learning gaming.
He's as good as he is at drumming. I'm that good at video games. That's what I'm trying to say.
Let's fucking go.
He just wants people to check him out.
I'm so good.
What, do you have a channel? Have you made any gaming videos? Let's fucking go.
Zoom in on his face right now. See that face?
Hey, you don't have
this
to.
Is the face of me. This is the face of me telling him to start a Twitch many fucking times.
You should start Twitch. He
streams on his TikTok every blue moon.
Okay.
But, like, it's, like, literally, like, one viewer leaves, one viewer leaves, one viewer leaves.
Which is crazy because I'm so sexy. Like, I would say, like, I would be like, damn. I'd be
and then
like, bro.
We did a like an experiment. We put his girlfriend on the mic while he was gaming, like 4 or 5 viewers consistently.
I hate that.
4 or 5 is crazy. You know what we peaked at when my girlfriend was talking and I was playing? 57. There was a concurrent 57. We take a break. I get on the mic. Gone. Literally 0.
I was like, dude, what?
I didn't know.
All right. Yeah.
That's crazy.
One time we did it without you there, and 57 were there talking to
my
her,
God.
like, into it, like, oh my God, how long have you gamed? And then she was like, here, switch, I want to, like, go make food. I sat
fucking
down,
hate
gone.
that. I
all
hate
of them.
that.
I was
hate
like,
that.
okay.
The world, bro, TikTok, fucking hell.
Yeah. But I should do that.
Oh, and beats, making beats. It was 20. So that beat that was at the beginning of that video, right? When like I was just paused a fucking beat. I made that beat, and that probably like 3 months before that, my friend gave me a torrented version of Logic, and then that was that. I could like do whatever.
But I will say, like, out of a lot of the artists or producers, thank you. Out of a lot of the producers in Arizona, like, I don't see a lot with like their own organic style. And when we entered that beat battle, I didn't realize it was you.
I didn't realize it was you either. That's like so funny.
The funny thing after is, like, I texted, I was like, how'd it go? He's like, I literally fucking battled Derek. I was like, oh shit.
I did say that. But yeah, it's just like everybody was great, but everybody's playing like the trap beats, and it's like I want to give props to Drumma because he won, and he's
It was
insane.
you guys in the final, right?
No,
or what
no.
was
It
what
was
the
it
one
was
that we
other
did?
wave. That's his
Oh,
name.
Wave. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
When did we went against each other?
I don't remember.
Or no, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't even fucking remember. I don't think so either. But
like,
that's Drum is fucking crazy.
I want to give props to Drumma and Wave. They're both
they're
fire.
both
Wave makes more
killed it.
like the rage beats, like the aggressive beats, and
Yeah.
fire.
Mhm.
And then Drumma makes, I don't know what style it is, like new gen.
It's kind
like,
of a lot.
but
I
it's
feel like.
so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
No one can touch him in that style. Like,
Yeah.
it's like he's gone. But like you really stood out to me because you were making your own style, and like that's I think we're similar in that way, but like completely different. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
And I really like that because
feel
no,
like
no
you
one can
got-
make what you make, and no one can make what I make.
for real. And you got a very distinct style with like. I feel like I'm getting to the point where my stuff is kind of like a blend of like band plus electronic, kind of like synthesized.
Yeah, whatever the fuck was at the end of that video, I replayed it like 6 times. Like that little teaser or whatever.
Bro, that song's
was.
out. That song's out.
Oh my God,
There's
bro.
a music video coming out for that. in a
Oh
minute.
my
God.
God,
Biz
dude.
made that shit.
Oh, I'm about to put that on repeat.
Bro,
I was fucking
hell yeah.
tripping about that shit. I was
Thank
like,
you.
what is happening right now? Rewind. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because like those beats in that beat battle were like a breath of fresh air. Like literally, like it's nice hearing someone do something different, you know.
Mhm.
So
Appreciate that. You too. You got like, bro, crazy catalog out, and I'm sure fucking unreleased.
oh
shit
my
too.
God,
Like,
The
we can,
range of,
I'm
like-
down to show you whatever. Like
Yeah,
we have
like the
so
range
much.
of like what we have. It goes from like screamo punk rap to like EDM type shit to like boom bap to like jazz.
yeah,
to,
y'all
like,
gotta
it's
y'all
fucking-
gotta show me some stuff.
Oh yeah,
whatever,
we
that'd
be fucking
whatever
sick.
you want to hear.
Dude, hell yeah. Funny thing is, in that beat battle, I was like scrounging for beats too. Like I
Me
couldn't-
too.
I was like, what the
He
fuck?
asked
do I
me, he was like, what should I play? Like, what type? I was like, dude, just, you're fucking so good, play anything. He's like, but what should I play?
Yeah, because like I don't make a lot of beats. Like I don't make beat packs.
Yeah.
I just like making one beat a day, if at all, any. And then usually it's with an
Yeah, I was like, a
artist,
lot of your
usually.
stuff's like real time. Like,
Yeah.
he pulls
Yeah.
up with an artist, he's like, what are you looking for? Gets
Right.
the idea, makes it. So he
Yeah.
doesn't like he's not just like sitting on beats.
No,
Yeah.
Unless they're beats
same.
that we've made that I made a song and then we never released it. So now it's a beat sitting in a folder.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I don't make a lot, so it's just like it's catered to that artist. So it's not like a crazy beat where I'm doing the most.
Right.
Like it's empty, but that's the point. It's 50% with the artist.
Yeah.
So I don't make crazy like
Which is important as fuck. I feel
That's
like
what I'm
people
saying.
forget that, and it's like, you know, beat searching kind of like frustrates me.
I don't
because-
make beat battle beats is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. No, I did same. That's why I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Half of those beats that I put in, I just like muted vocals on, and then
Exactly.
you're like, yeah.
I like, and I was actually just touching on him with this like last week. I got tipsy and like fucking vented to him, and I was like, dude, I don't think you get like that. Like I would be nothing without you. Like before I met you, dude, I was spending 16 hours on YouTube to find a beat that like I guess would work, and then I have to mold something around that. To whereas like with you, like
you being so versatile and so open to just like listen to my bullshit and somehow finding a way that makes sense to you is like so crucial to an artist and to like me as an artist, you know, because like you can't get that unless you have a connection with the producer, and you can't have that song without the connection, you know, and having like the freedom of having someone who will sit down, listen, be like, this is what you want, okay, like I'll do this, and like tweaking it to that artist. Like it's so fucking important, and producers get like little to no credit, and it makes me so fucking mad.
Yeah, but I also feel like they get the most credit from people that understand what the fuck is going on.
Yeah,
because that's like that shit. Yeah, little to no credit from public sometimes if they don't fucking know. But I feel like if
your favorite songs wouldn't be shit without the
exactly.
The
and if an artist has anything to say about a producer, like not being fuck you,
like fuck yourself.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like shit, like no shade to Playboi Carti, but you give Playboi Carti a YouTube beat, he's not famous.
Yeah.
You
give Drake a YouTube beat, he's not famous. Like those beats do a lot of heavy lifting.
Although I feel like I'm sure they be making wait.
I'm saying like.
So you're saying
I'm saying they make good music, but like it's a 50-50 like ratio. It's like they would still be making good music. They wouldn't be the biggest artists in the world without these fucking crazy beats that 100%. Mesh with the vocals and they mesh with.
There are some people that I've heard that still like have blown up off of YouTube beats, but it's like at the same time, if you're just gonna try to repeat that cycle the whole entire time, it's like if you blow up, fucking find a producer. Like what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that's the first thing you should do.
Yeah,
because then you need to sculpt the sound. Like whereas like if you're just finding beats, you're catering to what you can find, and it stifles like creativity so much.
You're leeching off of everybody else's sound.
Yeah,
which everybody else like that a single beat has 30,000 plays on it. Like
like it'll work probably for a little while, but then people are gonna get bored because you're finding the same type beats on YouTube.
Yeah, the amount of times I've engineered artists and heard artists use the same beat in different sessions, I'm just like, okay, like just like either link with that producer, make your own beats, or like figure something out. You know,
at the same time, I kind of get it because it's like if people don't know better, if they don't know a producer, like
I mean, just find one of those. If you're scavenging the, YouTube that long, find one of those like less known producers who are making crazy beats.
Like one of the first songs I made, and I've made a couple more with that guy Worst on YouTube. It took me like 2 weeks to find this really niche like small producer on YouTube, and he like matched the sound I was looking for. So it's not impossible.
Right.
You're just gonna stifle yourself though if you're not like giving credit where credit is due to like a producer.
Yeah.
And I just like the general public not giving credit to producers is what makes me mad. Like the average listener that they don't know the melodies,
or they think of fucking DJ Khaled or Kenny Beats. Like
like they're not thinking of that shit. They're just like Drake, Cardi, this, that. I'm like, okay, it's Cardi and who made the beat though? Because that shit carries as well.
And who engineered it?
Yeah.
Engineering's huge.
Especially like again, no hate to Cardi, but like.
Oh no, I love Cardi.
But like, see, like, if it wasn't the engineer making it sound good, he would just sound crazy, just like screaming into a mic. But like, it's cool because it makes sense with the beat and the way they engineer and make it sound. It's cool. So like, they see the vision, you know. So
I guess what it boils down to is my hot take is like I think the general public and people who don't think about it need to pay attention to like there's more to it than just Drake on the song or just Cardi on the song. Like there's so many moving elements to make that so good.
Start checking credits, start looking at credits, start like actually
if you're an artist,
understanding.
Please check our credits.
If you're an artist, like also like make sure your engineers and producers are treated well with respect. They're not there to cater to you. You're working together. Don't make it seem like they're giving you beats and doing a service for you and like, okay, you're set up, okay, put you on a pedestal and now you're good. That's you're gonna crumble. Like the second like you make them feel that way, they're gonna like sweep you under the legs and just like forget about you or like
just give you bare minimum.
Or
like
I've
heard you talk about like a couple people that you've worked with that like made you feel that way, and you're like, I just like don't answer the phone anymore now. Because it's a respect thing. It's like okay, like I respect what you do, respect what I do as well. Because this is a team effort here.
Okay, hold on. We skipped over a very important bar. Check the credits on our songs. Do we want to explain that?
No.
No.
Okay. Gotta figure it out.
Go check it out. That's all we have to say. Check the credits of our songs between Evan and I. Please.
Y'all do some crazy shit.
Funny.
I'll show him.
Yeah.
Don't say.
I won't say anything.
October.
Gang. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Your
Wait, what do you mean?
read the fine print.
Oh, what the fuck? yes. Check
And
the
then
credits.
let's see.
That's fucking great. That's
And just every time it's something way different.
It's
great.
something different every time.
One time I credited my girlfriend on a song because she gave me one of the bars that I wrote.
hmm
She said, what'd she say?
I mean, the whole song was just about her.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, like, there was a specific line where I said, like, it was like, you're so pretty, I can't stay mad at you or something. How do I forget my own song?
I don't know, but yeah, we
You're so
I've-
pretty that it hurts. And I stole that. And she was like, you better credit me. I was
That
like,
was-
okay,
that was
bet.
bad- that was bad week,
Put her in the
right?
Credits. Huh?
That was bad
Yeah,
week.
it was bad week. And I literally was like, okay, bet.
Yeah,
Put
fuck
her
it.
in the credits.
Fuck it.
but yeah, like I take putting credits seriously.
Yeah.
Like I want to
Yeah.
make sure everybody that helped me gets their shine.
Showing me that and then going, I take putting credits seriously is crazy. But I know what you mean.
Yeah. That's just an inside joke with us.
Oh, fuck.
and if you've been watching this podcast long enough, you should know now. Like you're part of the inside joke with us.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I just got a message that my Jeep is cooked.
Really?
Not actually cooked. Like, it's fine, but, like, I could have died, like, the past 2 weeks driving it type shit.
Like it could have blown up.
Not blown up, but my drive shaft carrier is just rattling around right now.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
not connected to anything.
Oh, fuck.
Congratulations.
So shouts out Jesus and the Demon Lord for keeping me here, because I drive 85 miles an hour everywhere and should not
Yeah,
have
bro,
survived
that's-
any
that's
of that.
Bro, I drove with no brakes once.
What?
Oh my
We're
god.
using the e-brake?
That didn't work either.
Oh my god, dude.
Bro, should I
Please
explain this?
explain this.
So, around the time of that video, right? Everything, all of my bullshit happens around that time of that video. It's some fuck shit.
So like age 20, age 19?
I was 19. Yeah, it was like March 2020, I think, around there. I desperately needed a job, right? I was unemployed. I was being fucking stupid. I needed a job. So I got an interview at fucking FedEx, right? Doing overnight shifts and stuff. But it was overnight shit. So I had to be there. I think it wasn't the interview I was going to. I'm pretty sure it was the orientation I was going to. So I had already gotten the job. I needed this fucking job. I was going to go to orientation. And I woke up at it was maybe 2-3 a.m. or something like that, because it was the overnight shift. I fucking smoked a fuck ton of weed out of fucking bong, just chilling.
Hell
And then
yeah.
I was like, okay, time to go to my fucking orientation. I get in my car. I was driving a 1999, or no, it wasn't 1991. No, 99. It was either 91.
That's the year I was born.
It might have been 91, honestly.
Not
it was
91,
a
I'm
really
not that
fucking
old.
it was a really fucking old ass car, right? But it was dope. It was
Right.
a sports car kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I got in, turned on the car, went to back up, and I tried to hit my brakes to because there was a fucking wall behind me.
Yeah.
Backed up into the wall. Brakes didn't work, and I fucking dented the wall, right? But I was like, fuck, I need this job, bro. What the fuck? I drove fucking 5 miles the whole entire time. It was 3 a.m. So luckily there was no one on
thank
the
God,
on the
yeah.
fucking street. But I was driving on the freeway, and I was pumping the brakes when I had to there was a point where when I got off the freeway, it was a downhill thing, and then it was I had to turn left. And I was just pumping the brakes, pulling the e-brake. Nothing was happening, and I was well, running this red light, and I just turned left. I was maybe half a mile away, just didn't hit the gas at all, and just turned into the parking lot and really fucking tried to it was fucked, bro.
So how
I
did you
should
get
not be
home?
alive.
Because that's the morning.
I did drive it back again.
In the morning,
but this
there's people there.
this time, I had my friend. My friend had a fucking moped, and he was kind of like, just like being like, yeah, go. And I was like going slow as fuck. But
God.
yeah, that shit was fucked up.
Jesus.
I don't know. First of all, why I did that. Second of all, how I did not get in a fucking wreck or anything like that. Like.
Yeah.
There was fucking angels looking
By
after
the grace
me.
of
I don't
God.
know, yeah,
what
for
the
real.
fuck? They
I
were
was
like,
like,
they're like, no. He really needs this job. Like,
yeah.
just let him go.
You know what's funny? I worked at that job for 2 weeks and then got the fuck out of there.
Oh my god.
Worth it. Yeah, bro.
Dedication.
Yeah, car shit is fucked up. Car shit is fucked up.
My car is trying to give that all on me right now, but I'm not letting her.
Your
Yeah.
car's fucking old though.
Yeah, mine's a 09.
No, I just mean it's been through the ringer old.
Oh yeah.
09's really not that old. Oh my god, wait, it kind of is.
Yeah.
That's almost
Well,
20
we got it off
years.
Yeah.
lot in 09.
I just was like realizing I'm not old. I'm young.
No, we're young. We got it. Hey. Unk status?
We're
not,
young.
yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're young. We're young.
Okay, you got
Not
it.
until you hear me wake up in the morning and go, oh, that's Unk.
I already do that.
Yeah, for real.
Unk.
All right, guys. We're going to wrap it up.
I feel like
That
that
was
was
great.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Waves, good to fucking have you.
Always a
Heaven,
pleasure.
Good to fucking have you.
Hell yeah.
I love you guys.
Episode 7 with
From
Waves
heaven.
in heaven.
Yeah.
Let's fucking
W.
go.
Woo!
Hey, go fucking check out his shit. Go check out that new
Poseidon,
album.
IMWAVES, all
Yes.
caps, no space. Everything's
Yes.
good. Heaven, all caps, HEVAN.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah. Pikachu song.
Yeah. And there we go.
Tough. That was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, bro.
I had a good time. That was so